Hello there and welcome. Today I want to talk about the moon. If you look at an official explanation for how the moon formed, you would see that an asteroid smashed into the Earth ages ago, and a piece of Earth was thrown into orbit, creating the moon. The problem is, when there is a solar eclipse, the face of the moon covers the face of the sun exactly. How likely is it that this random piece of Earth would fit the exact size needed to cover the sun in an eclipse? The other point is, they say that the moon is very large compared to the size of the Earth. I think it needs to be large because it must be able to have a gravity capable of creating tides. Only when there are tides can life emerge from the sea and adapt to life on land. Is it possible someone looked at Earth and decided it needs a moon to create tides and therefore life on dry land? The Saturn V rocket that supposedly took people to the moon had no radiation shielding. Shielding is needed because the Earth is surrounded by the Van Allen radiation belts. If the Saturn V rocket had lead shielding, it would have been too heavy to get off the ground, so the TV footage is just a film set. In order to fake a picture of the Earth from the moon, a picture was taken through one of the windows of the craft they were in. The trouble was, the window and the distance from the Earth, which wasn't enough for a full picture, meant the picture wasn't complete, so they faked it to look complete. So nobody has set foot on the moon that we know of. Now I want to talk about the day when a really big UFO flew over a major US city. It was reported on at the time in the newspapers, but hasn't been mentioned since. They've also scrubbed the newspaper results of it from the internet. Somewhere in the Milky Way galaxy, some aliens are aware of the scam that's going on Earth. They want to tell us, but they are bound by cosmic law to not interfere. So instead they fly their big UFO over a major US city. The problem is the event isn't talked about on TV, so it doesn't gain widespread attention, and because it hasn't been talked about since, it has faded away. The reason they are covering it up is because people would start asking, why aren't we flying around in UFOs? And if a company started making UFOs, the car market would collapse. In order to reach our planet, the UFO would need faster than light travel, a radiation-resistant hull, and exotic energy production. These things don't run on batteries. It's unusual because most UFO sightings are of small craft, yet it's been covered up so well that hardly anybody talks about it. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.